morning to you out there. This is African Free Press Television, where we report Africa from a refreshing perspective. I am Leo Oketa.
And I am Bridget Okudile.
And these are the stories we're tracking for you at this moment. The Presidency on Sunday stated that it will welcome well-meaning criticism of its policies, budgets and expenditure, reacting to the mounting criticism of some controversial allocation in the 2016 appropriation bill currently being debated by the National Assembly. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, said in a statement that criticism is the only way the Muhammad Buhari administration will achieve the change promised Nigeria. He said copies of the budget were at the National Assembly and the website of the Budget Office, and Nigerians who are interested can read it with a view of making observations.
Meanwhile, a lawmaker has asked the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, to resign while he faces his corruption trial at the Code of Conduct Tribunal (CCT). Kabiru Marafa, a leader of the Unity Forum, a caucus of All Progressive Congress (APC) senators opposed to the emergence of Mr. Saraki as the Senate President, stated this on Saturday night in a telephone interview with Premium Times. The caucus, which Mr. Marafa has emerged as its most outspoken member, also includes Suleiman Hunkuni and Ahmed Lawan, who was favored by the party to become the Senate President. Although Mr. Marafa noted that Mr. Saraki had the right to be presumed innocent until proven otherwise, yet he said, before he is disgraced out, he should honorably resign to save the image of the National Assembly and salvage national pride.
And State Primary Healthcare Management Board has said that no fewer than 1,500 women gave birth in 28 internally displaced persons camps in Borno in 2015. While speaking to News Agency of Nigeria in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, on Sunday, the Executive Secretary of the board, Sulemene, said that the deliveries were recorded between January 2015 and January 2016. The women are part of the hundreds of thousands of people displaced by the Boko Haram insurgency in northern Nigeria. About 20,000 people have also been killed. Mr. Mene said about 14,600 pregnant women received antenatal health care, psychosocial services, and child nutrition support. He said that the agency had also received about 1,200 severe medical cases, which were referred to the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital for proper care. The official said the agency had established 20 integrated primary health care centers for IDPs in all the camps to provide health care and referral services.
Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha has appealed to organized labor not to destabilize the state following plans by both the national leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and its Imo chapter to commence mass protests in the state over suspended parastatal workers. Okorocha said embarking on a protest would neither benefit the state nor the people. Okorocha, who made the appeal yesterday, called on the state leadership of the NLC to accept government's invitation to participate in 18-member committee set up by the government to review cases of workers affected by the suspension.
And we'll be going on a short break. Do join us again.
Nigeria, a people blessed with enormous talents and natural wealth, teaming up with the rest of Africa to change the face of the world. Every day, people crave to join their voices in developing their beloved fatherland. But can the people's voice be heard? Discuss Nigeria with Leo answers yes. In other words, do you have suggestions to make on national policies and various sectors towards national development? Then why not come and join to discuss Nigeria with Leo, to educate ourselves on relevant issues and chart a way forward in developing Nigeria as the real giant of Africa. Simply send in your preferred topic for discussion via our Facebook platform, Discuss Nigeria with Leo, and our BBM channel. Let us know as well if you'd like to be our guest on the radio and television platforms of the program. It is time to make your opinion loud and clear. Nigeria yearns for your voice.
Welcome back. Nigerian former Minister of Petroleum Resources Mrs. Dieziane Alessina Madueke has strongly denied media reports linking her to unholy relationships with some young men while in office. She noted that she is happily married like most of the men are, asserting that she is not the scarlet lady people paint her to be. Mrs. Madueke made this known in London while responding to questions from the CEO of Ovation magazine, Mr. Dele Momodu. She sees these reports as insults on accomplished women who cannot be seen in sensitive positions without running riotous with some men. She noted that she met those men as the former president and herself fought to actively incorporate Nigerians in the oil and gas sector as the chairman of the Content Development and Monitoring Board.
Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe declared a state of disaster in many rural areas hit by a severe drought, with 26% of the population facing food shortages. A Zimbabwe lawyer has asked the country's highest court to order an investigation to determine President Robert Mugabe's fitness to hold office, after a series of blunders that prompted speculation about his health. The papers filed by lawyer Tinomunda Chinoko seek to order the Speaker of Parliament and the President of the Senate to conduct the investigation.
And still on the foreign scene, North Korea on Sunday launched a long-range rocket carrying what they said was a satellite, in defiance of United Nations sanctions barring it from using ballistic missile technology. The United States and Japan condemned the launch as a thinly veiled test of ballistic missile technology and a provocation. North Korea has conducted 4 nuclear weapon tests, the latest of which was last month. The North Korean rockets was launched just before 9:30 a.m. Sunday on Seoul time, that is 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, with South Korea and the U.S. tracking its flight, South Korean and U.S. military officials said.
And still on the foreign scene, parts of Britain have been lashed by high winds and heavy rain as Storm Imogen moves in. Southern England and South Wales are expected to face the brunt of gales, which have already hit 93 mph at the Needles off the Isle of Wight. More than 3,300 homes are without power in southwest England, and some cross-channel ferries are cancelled. Some rail services are disrupted and drivers are urged to take extra care, especially on the M4 and M5 motorways. The Met Office has issued an amber be prepared wind warning for Wales, southwest England, London and southeast England, and says coastal areas could see giant waves and localized flooding. Gusts in southwest England may reach 80 mph with high winds sweeping across the Bristol Channel area of Cardiff and Bristol.
We hope that won't be that horrific. And meanwhile, in sports, embattled Super Eagles head coach Sunday Olise has slammed his critics, labeling them as insane people. In a 3 minutes, 8 seconds live video broadcast on Solid Sports posted on Facebook, Olise lampooned those calling for his sack because the Super Eagles lost out in the CHAN competition, which he stated is one of the least tournaments run by the Confederation of African Football, CAF. He queried what should be done to the coaches of countries like Ghana, South Africa and Egypt that failed to qualify for the championship that ended in Rwanda last night, insisting that Nigeria is on track for the Nations Cup 2017 ticket.
And still in sports, Jose Mourinho has hinted that he wants his next job to be in the Premier League and he is ready to get back into management. The Portuguese has been linked with a number of clubs across Europe in both the British and foreign press since being sacked by Chelsea in December. But in his first TV interview since leaving Stamford Bridge, he has revealed that he wants to remain in England with his family.
And these are the stories we're tracking for you coming from African Free Press Television. For more, please do log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press. Like our Facebook page at africanfreepress.com. Join us in our discussions on various interesting topics at African Free Press Forum and subscribe to our YouTube channel at African Free Press. My name is Leo Oketa.
And I am Bridget Okudini.
Do have a very good day.